Welcome back to Outlaws Network. Today marks a new chapter because we are reviewing Outlaws, the new Showmax original that came out on the 6th of September. Showmax is doing another one of those things where they release the episodes in batches, and the first 2 episodes were released. And it was an introduction to the story, an introduction to some characters, and a little bit of the plots that we can expect to see in the story. Let's break it down. So first we're introduced to the Biyela family, which consists of the mom, the father, their son Ubandile, who is married, and their daughter Usihle, who's about to be married. She has just been proposed to by her fiance uKwanele. And this family just seems like one of those feel-good, loving families. The father is very supportive and one who shows and expresses his love and his support for his kids. And man, just seeing them around the dinner table, laughing, enjoying a meal together, just shows the love that they share in their family. They seem like a very tight-knit family that loves and supports each other. On the other side, we're introduced to the Ts'eoles family, which consists of a mother, her son Leruo, and Leruo's cousin Tladi. And they are cattle raiders. So immediately we can see that there's going to be some sort of clash between the Biyela family and the Ts'eoles family, which happens in these first 2 episodes when the Ts'eoles go on a raid to go and steal all of the Biyela people's cattle. So the most notable thing about the Ts'eoles family is Tladi, who is such a loose cannon. I think this guy just doesn't feel like people in his family respect him. He feels a little bit undermined, and he's really looking for a way to try and prove himself and stand out, and get that respect for himself, which we see then in that raid, in that show-off between the Biyela and the Ts'eoles people, where Tladi ends up killing the parents of Bandile and Sihle. Guys, I'm already getting a headache because of Tladi, because that guy is such a nuisance. He is just trouble. He's somebody that you always have to have your eye on, and it's like you cannot keep your eyes off of him. He has to be watched like a baby because he is irrational. He does not think before he acts. And yeah, man, he's just too arrogant and filled with pride. He's just so frustrating. And I can already see that this character is going to provide a lot of entertainment throughout the story, but he's also going to be a figure of frustration because already he has caused so much drama by killing the Biyela parents. And he's basically sparked a war between the Biyelas and the Ts'eoles because now the Biyelas want to come and take revenge. And also, it was way too easy for the Ts'eoles people to steal the cattle. It seems like the Biyela guys don't really have some loyal people on their side. I mean, that guy, the guard, basically opened the kraal so that the Ts'eoles people can come and take their cattle. And guys, that Kwanele guy looks dodge, man. So he looks like a gangster thug type of guy. And what was he doing at the farm on the day that the cattle was being stolen? That character is a bit shady for me, and I think there's gonna be some drama behind him as well. And not just him, but his dad as well. If you guys remember, at the funeral, he went to speak to Ubandile about the 2 million rand that he borrowed his father, and yeah, he hasn't been paid back for the irrigation system or something like that. But even though Kwanele's dad said that he's not expecting the money to be paid back, I do think that he's still expecting some sort of payment. I don't know in what shape or what form, but yeah, it seems like there's going to be a lot of fights, for the business of the farm. There's just not much to go off of now, except there's just some, shady characters. Even that aunt and the uncle, I think, who are asking about the payouts and things like that. And obviously then we're also going to see the looking for and the hunt for Leruo and Tladi, who actually killed the parents. That's going to be an interesting one because we've seen now that Sihle and Leruo have met, Romeo and Juliet have met, and yeah, they've collided. we are expecting a love story to develop between the two of them. So it's really just gonna be so much drama to find out that Leruo is basically somewhat responsible for the death by virtue of being the one who was leading the raids, even though he's not the one that actually killed the dad. So that is it for episode 1 and episode 2 of Outlaws. We've got an introduction to the story now. We've seen some of the characters involved in the story, and we have seen the event that puts the Biyelas and the Ts'eoles at war. And we've also met our Romeo and Juliet. It will be interesting to see how the story plays out. Don't have much of an opinion as yet because it's still the early days. So let's see what Outlaws has in store for us. It is promising a lot of love story, a lot of drama, a lot of betrayal, and a lot of revenge, which is always a good recipe for a good story, you know what I mean? So I will see you guys in the next review, and hopefully we have a lot more to talk about then. Bye guys.